My name is Tyler. I'm American and I work at Metis.
Setting our adventure.
Sure, yeah. So our adventure takes place in 1521 in Venice. And it was an interesting time for the Republic of Venice because everything looked pretty great, but there were a lot of cracks in the limestone and everything was on shifting sand. All around Venice, their neighbor city-states were constantly at war with Venice and with each other. Just the decade previously, one of the many Italian wars had kind of totally taken everything away from Venice, but then Venice, by the end of that war, shifting alliances had got everything back from its dominions. So in 1520, 1521, Venice is confident but wary about the future. Trade routes are changing because of the discovery of the Americas and the rounding of the African Cape. So everything that Venice has built its monopoly on will be continuing to change. But at this point in the early 1500s, Venice is still confident and haughty. And the Ottomans are about to become another big threat for the Venetians. When Suleiman takes power, in 1520 he takes power from Selim, but then he's going to start turning his attention to Europe. So that will be a problem for Venice. Right now, 1521, Venice is looking okay. But as we'll find out, not everything is as beautiful as it seems.
Hey people, I am Doğa from Metis Creative. I am the co-founder and the creative director of the team. And I'm glad to be with you guys again.
Renaissance story, A Serenade for the Damned, is different from the other ones that we've done before. Like, is the tone different? Is the style different?
Mm-hmm. So it's really different from the previous titles that we published because it's a story that concentrates more on the uncanny and the macabre side instead of what we did in the previous titles like Eldritch and like more arcane stories. It is a story that once you get into it, like everything looks a bit different than what it should be. There's masks all over the place, the carnival is going on. But the more you squeeze your eyes, the more you understand everything is not right. Like every single thing has a flaw going on and it gets gradually more uncanny the more you dig deeper. So it's a very different feeling from our previous titles.
And what can you tell us about the story without any spoilers? What can the players expect? What the villain or villains are up to?
Yeah, in Serenade of the Damned, it's really kind of hard to say anything without spoiling anything, but I'll try. It's the most personal story since Stew of Crescent, and our band of characters make their way to Venice in the time of the carnival, and it is a very macabre homecoming, to say vaguely, I guess. It's very hard, but let me just say this. It's like one might call this story class struggle, one might call this story a story of vengeance, but at the end of the day it's basically a story of, like, it's a bittersweet tale of a very twisted and toxic obsession about art and family.
Nice.
I'm Alparslan and I am the, I believe, game designer of Metis Creative.
You're also a bit of a dungeon man.
Oh, that's okay.
Dungeon boy.
The aspect that excites me the most is actually the part that the voter will be in player's way, because it's a challenge to design dungeons when most of the city is below below the surface level of water, but we need to go deep for the dungeons. But as much of a challenge this is to us when designing, it will be a challenge to players as well to overcome and perhaps find passageways on top of the water. What excites me the most.
Okay. You want to talk about the regatta a little bit?
Well, yeah, the regatta is the official historical race with gondolas that occurs in Venice, and we basically made a overhauled racing mechanic for players and DMs to use in the game, so that they can easily go around, play races in their games, in their settings as well. They don't have to use the regatta mechanics just for the gondola races, but they can also use it in their settings, such as horse races, such as chariot races in ancient Rome, etc.
I am Mehmet Onur Kart. I am the lead writer of Historic Arcanum since the beginning, from the days of the City of Crescent. We created the Art of War deck for it. The deck is like you match your weapons, like a long sword and a shield. It's a set. Or maybe some more interesting things like a dragonborn and a weapon kind of thing. There are many ways to create your own desired matchup. It gives you new abilities, new ways to use your weapons and to feel better about yourself when being a fighter, a barbarian, or any other character that wants to wield a weapon more effectively. It's not about dealing more damage, it's not about being more tanky, it's about versatility. And Doğa came up with the idea of let's give inspirations as cards. It gives the DM the opportunity to present cards to specific classes and award players instead of just a reroll of a dice with a card. The card has many abilities like free spells, some cool options, not just rerolling the dice.
Merhaba, sen kimsin?
Hepinize merhaba, ben Belgin. Metis Creative'de lidercisi olarak çalışıyorum. Amacımız aslında kitaptaki görselliğin ve yazının birbiriyle çok uyumlu bir şekilde ilerlemesi. Bunu sağlamak için de ofis ortamında özellikle tarihçilerimizle ve yazarlarımızla sık temas halindeyiz. Bu da kitabın aslında görselliğini fazlaca besleyen bir şey, çünkü kafama takılan en ufak bir şey bile bu konuda uzman birine sorabiliyorum. Bu yüzden kitabın içerisindeki gelişimler genellikle hem D&D sektörünü çok iyi bilen insanların hem de o dönemin tarihini iyi araştırmış insanlardan geliyor. Bu yüzden görsel olarak iyi bir şekilde beslendiğimizi söyleyebilirim. Kitapta aslında gelişimde birazcık bu dirsek temasına dayıyor. Özellikle karakterlerin yaratım sürecinde dikkat ettiğimiz birkaç önemli unsur var. Bu giydikleri kostümlerin gerçekten tarihi olarak dönemine uygun olması, ancak bunların textbook hazır kostümler gibi görünmemesi, tam aksine içinde yaşayan insanların duygularının daha ön planda olduğu görseller ortaya çıkarmaya çalışıyoruz. Asıl amacımız mükemmeliyetten ziyade kusurlara odaklanmak. Aynı şey fantezi öğeleri kullanırken de geçerli. Çok güçlü karakterler yerine bu gücün getirdiği sorumluluklara odaklanıyoruz. Bu da daha gerçekçi karakterler yaratmamıza olanak sağlıyor.
Teşekkürler.